Ever catch yourself daydreaming about that millionaire lifestyle? Well, today we're diving deep into how to actually start thinking like one.
Yeah, we're going to break down this awesome piece about shifting your money mindset. Not talking about those get rich quick schemes you see everywhere, but like real changes in how you view wealth and opportunity.
Okay, so this source we're looking at, it really digs into the habits and beliefs that separate, like the super successful from everyone else.
Right. And the first thing that really stood out was this idea that you have to believe you actually deserve wealth.
Okay, I gotta admit, the first time I heard that, I kind of rolled my eyes. Oh yeah, just decide to be rich and it'll happen. But the more you think about it, there's something there.
Definitely. So many people, I think, hit this invisible wall right there. They think wealth is only for a select few, the lucky ones or those born into it.
And that kind of becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
Exactly. If you're subconsciously telling yourself you're not worthy of wealth, you hold back. You hesitate on opportunities. You don't go all in on your goals. You basically pre-program yourself for average.
It's almost like you're scared to even try. Because what if you actually succeed? Then your whole belief system is shattered.
This source actually uses a really cool example. They talk about two people with the exact same business idea. One totally believes they're destined for greatness, the other's filled with doubt. Like, who am I to think I can pull this off?
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Their actions, their resilience, their ability to bounce back from setbacks, all of it comes from that initial belief.
So even with the same opportunity, their mindsets take them on two totally different paths. Okay, that's
Well,
kind of blowing my mind a little. So I guess that leads right into the next shift. Focusing on opportunities instead of getting hung up on obstacles, right?
absolutely. This one is all about resourcefulness. It's not about pretending problems don't exist, but seeing them as puzzles to be solved.
Okay, I like that. Kind of like that whole when one door closes, another opens thing.
Except millionaires are probably the ones building that new door. Like, the source gives this example about real estate, right?
Right.
A lot of people hit a wall when financing is tough. But those with that millionaire mindset, they start thinking creatively. Can they partner with someone, find a different property that works?
There's got to be a workaround somewhere.
Exactly.
It's about flipping that script from I can't to how can I.
Totally. And it doesn't even have to be some huge leap. Like, instead of, I can't afford to invest, maybe it's, okay, how can I free up even $50 a month to start?
Right, small steps.
Which I think segues perfectly into our next idea, money as a tool, not the goal itself.
Yeah.
I used to think being rich meant like hitting a specific number in my bank account. This source really challenges that.
Yeah, because what good is a pile of money if you have no clue what to do with it? Like, I think that's where a lot of those lottery winners actually end up miserable.
Right.
Yeah.
They hit the financial target, but then what? This source uses the analogy of a toolbox, right? Each tool has a specific purpose. Just like money can be used for different things. Security, experiences, starting a business, giving back.
Oh, I like that. So it's like, first you got to figure out your values, what's actually important to you. Then the money becomes a way to bring those values to life.
Exactly. It's not about the money itself. It's about what the money allows you to do.
Okay, that's way more motivating than just chasing dollars for the sake of it.
Yeah.
So then how does investing fit into all this? I mean, we all know we should invest, but this source has a really cool take on the why.
Oh, for sure. They actually profile this self-made millionaire who started with, like, nothing. And he talks about how, even as a teenager, he was fascinated by the idea of compound growth.
Ah, compounding. I always picture it like this. Saving is putting money in a jar. It's safe, but not doing much. Investing is like planting a seed. You got to nurture it. It takes time, but you can grow into something way bigger.
Right. And this guy realized that even small amounts, invested consistently over time, could build serious wealth. It wasn't about getting rich quick. It was about making his money work for him.
So even if you're not starting with a ton of cash, having that long-term perspective is key.
Absolutely. It's not about being a Wall Street wizard. It's about starting somewhere.
And I feel like this last mindset shift we're going to talk about really ties everything together, surrounding yourself with success.
Yeah, it's not just about who you know, but about who's influencing your thinking, your beliefs. If everyone around you is complaining about their job, you're less likely to reach for something bigger.
Makes sense. Like if your friends are all content with just getting by, it's easy to fall into that same pattern. But if you're hanging out with people who are starting businesses, taking risks,
Constantly learning, pushing boundaries.
that energy becomes contagious. You start to see what's possible, and it fuels your own ambition.
The source actually highlights the power of mentors. They interviewed this super successful entrepreneur who says a lot of his success came from finding mentors early on who believed in him, offered guidance.
So it's not necessarily about copying what they did, but more about learning from their experiences.
Exactly. It's about adopting their problem-solving approaches, their mindsets.
So to wrap all this up, these mindset shifts aren't about some magical formula, but about actively changing how you view the world, your place in it. It's like choosing to see opportunity in everything rather than getting bogged down by limitations.
It's about taking control of your financial future and, honestly, your life. So the
Wow.
question for you listening is, which of these shifts really clicked for you? And what's one tiny action you can take, like today, to start applying it?
Maybe it's researching some investing options, finally checking out that book on personal finance everyone's been recommending.
Maybe it's even just changing the language you use when you talk about money. It all starts with that first step.
Awesome. Well, on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.